Good morning. Happy Sunday. It is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful Sunday. The sun is finally out. I'm so excited to, I am. I'm gonna go on a walk. I haven't done that in a long time. One, because it's been so cold and yeah, I just haven't done that in a while. So just gonna have some me time. I kind of went to bed kind of late last night, but I just had like it's just like whenever you go out on a Friday night and you're out super late and then Saturday it's kind of like a wash. It was like one of those days. So I slept a lot yesterday, but then the evening time came around and I was like watching a movie, and then I was like, I think I just want to clean. So I cleaned my whole apartment, and then I kind of slept in a little bit this morning, but now I'm like energized and ready to go. So yeah, so I just kind of just got ready for my walk. I did want to talk about just the topic I just want to talk about today is like moving or making a big life decision around like moving to a new city and just the different stages of that. I think like, when I first moved to New York, I was like getting acclimated to everything. And then, but yeah, I would just go on walks to kind of ground and center myself, because I would feel like myself getting super overwhelmed and things like that. And I like, this kind of just like triggered these thoughts of like, okay, I kind of want to talk about this because I haven't done that yet. But yeah, my best friend, she also moved from Texas to San Diego, and she was like, how did you do this? Like, and you did it by yourself, because she got married last year and then moved. And then it kind of got me thinking. I was like, I kind of had to, it's not like a formula, it's like a 3-step plan, I guess, but it was a lot of just like letting things happen as they happen. But anyway, let's talk about it in a sec. I already drank some coffee, but just gonna grab a couple things really quick. Cool. Yeah, okay, so first things first, let's see. The first thing is you have to just commit that you're actually going to move. So for me, I moved 3,000 miles, like not 3,000 miles. I moved from Texas to New York. Okay, that is a huge commitment. And it also was tied into the fact that I did get a job in New York, so I had to go, but it's committing to the fact that like, this is gonna happen. Like I'm gonna move. Whatever happens between the date that I say I'm going to move and when I actually move, I'm gonna give myself grace to feel whatever those emotions are. And so as literally terrified as I was, on the phone with the recruiter, she's like wrapping up all the details, and she was like, this role is not remote, so you won't be living in Austin, you will have to move. Do you still want it? And I was like, yes. But I'm like, what? I like got off the phone. I'm like, there was just no way I was gonna say no to an opportunity like that. And then I was freaking out. I was just like, and the timeline was like 30 days. Like you have to be like, I think I got the job like early June. My first day was July 5th, and I had to be in New York within 30 days of my start date, because of like taxes and everything. And I'm like, wait, I have like never moved outside of like a 4-hour radius from Houston. I lived in San Antonio when I went to school, and then I moved to Austin, and like, I was just like, okay, well, you know, it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna go back and be like, oh, just kidding. Like, I really want to stay here. Like, no, it's gonna happen. And when I tell you, I was just like, so excited, so scared, and just like, I was just like terrified that I was gonna leave, and mess up, and this was gonna be like the worst decision ever. And then I literally called my dad. I was just bawling my eyes out. I was like, and stuff like that. Cause and it wasn't like, it was just because I was like moving so far away from everything that I know. And it's like this huge opportunity. I know, but deep down inside, I knew I could do it. Like I was always the kid that like left. I didn't come right back home after college. I like kept going and moving and living my life outside of home and everything. I was always like the kid that would push and try and do like the crazy thing and like was open to failing. So I knew deep down inside, like, this is what I'm supposed to do. But it's like, once you hit that level of like your comfort zone and you get so tired of just being in a comfort zone like that, you're like, okay, I need something more. And then the opportunity is like, here we go. Here it is. New job, you're being paid twice what you were being paid before. This company, it's everything you asked for. You're an FTE, like huge career move. They will relocate you out there. Here it is. Do you want it or not? And then it's like, yeah. But so when I say like commit to moving and then giving yourself the space to like feel all the emotions in between, I think that is very important, because you think that it's like, oh, I'm gonna be feeling so ready, like this is gonna be perfect, and then you just are on this cloud and floating to the next thing. But that's just not how it is realistically. And then I also was single. I didn't have any. That's another reason why I said yes to moving, because I didn't have anything holding me back. So it's just me, and but it's hard when it's a real challenge whenever you are doing it by yourself. Like, yes, I have the support of my family, but it's different when you have like a partner that you're with, doing it with you. But so yeah, it was just like an overwhelming feeling, but wrapped in this like excitement of like a fresh start. And those like two emotions are just like going back and forth. But commit to it. Let yourself feel what you're supposed to feel, like all the emotions that come from like this change that's happening, whether it's rapid or it's not. Like you can even get to the day of and you're moving and it's just like, oh my God, like when I was like standing in my empty apartment, cried. When I was like leaving, it was just a lot. But I just like let myself feel that, because I knew what was going to be on the other side of this is so much better than what I could have ever imagined or even set up for myself in Austin. And then the second thing is settling in. Guys, I left literally 75% of my life and just like my belongings in Austin. Like I wasn't gonna bring this this bed, this furniture that I kind of like piecemeal together over the past like 6 years. I was like, I just want to start fresh. And so, but with that, it's like, with that comes like, you know, it just takes a while to get fully settled in. And I was used to moving. Like I've been renting for over 10 years now. And like, I was used to moving. I was used to like, okay, it takes a couple months, but you know, you get settled in, it's fine. But like, I am in a completely different space. No friends. Like I had one friend, but like, it was just like a complete fresh start. And as exciting as that was, it was kind of just like, oh my God, I got a new mattress, but I'm like on the ground, like sleeping on the floor. But it takes literally a year to feel even like, it took me a year to get settled in. Like I did two big things at the same time. I moved and I started a new job. And that's a lot in itself. And so also being like, oh my gosh, I don't have any friends, or I don't have anything that I'm doing tonight. And you just have to like take it one step at a time. And yeah, it's like, I was just so overwhelmed finding my new doctors, finding like figuring out what my social life is gonna be, just figuring out work. It was just a lot. And so, you have to, like, I would just plan for settling in to just literally take a year. And I'm a very like extroverted person, and I'm a person that writes things down, gets things done, and all of that. And it still literally took me a year. And so, yeah, I think it was at the like a little over a year mark that I felt comfortable in my space. I felt at home. I felt like so like, I just like, it just was like, oh my gosh, I just love being at home. And so, yeah, that's, I would give it a minimum of that, just like for expectation. And then what else am I, oh, and then the third piece was, it's just like finding friends, finding a community, and like kind of like building out your network. So this part is always interesting because every time, like from when I left high school and I went to school in San Antonio, I like had a great group of friends. And then I also was like feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And so I always like prayed like, God, please bring like good people into my life. And every time there was like a big change or move or anything like that, even when I went from San Antonio to Austin, it was kind of the same way. I was just always like kind of on the lookout for friends and people that I could connect with. Of course, like this time around in my life, where I was at, it's like a lot of change was happening, and I just wanted to be very selective about the people I surround myself with. Instead of it, like it was a couple of months until I met like my first friend here, or my second friend here. My other friend, she was from back home, and so like she was more of an acquaintance at that time. Now we're a lot closer, but we didn't really see each other that much when I first moved. But in all to say, like I still wanted to like have more than just one person that I could just rely on out here and stuff. And so it's like when it comes to finding friends and building a community, it's another thing that takes time. And you just have to kind of keep your eyes peeled for those people, because one, just because you meet with someone or someone's like, oh, my wife is like, she's great, she lives here, like y'all should be friends, just because there's some sort of like setup with like friends in that way, or you just like meet different people out and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting along with this person. And then it kind of like fizzles out. It's like dating, but it just like fizzles out. It's like, that's okay. You don't have to be friends with every person you meet and click with. You don't have to, you can literally sift them out. It's the same with relationships and stuff like that. So it's like, and so I kind of went through that in the beginning. It's like, I would meet like different people and I was like, ooh, this is great. And then I would try to like, we would try to hang out with each other and things like that. It just didn't really like pan out or whatever. It's not like a, it wasn't like something I like took to heart, but in the meantime, I did like meet my neighbor and I met a friend through her. We became super close. Like it was just like the weirdest thing that happened. Like I thought like my Revolve package got stolen. It was like a $400 package. Like it was one of those things where you just like order a bunch of stuff and then you know you're gonna return half of it. Got stolen. And so my building is kind of small. And so I was like, I just knocked on her door to see like, hey, like, did you see this package get delivered? Like whatever. And then we ended up talking and we were only like a few years apart. And like, we literally talked for 3 hours. And then it was great because we were both single, like, and she had just was there like a year before me. And then I met another friend through her. And then I met a larger friend through that friend. And so it's just like, that's kind of built up a friendship there. And then I got closer with my other friend who was already living here. And then my old neighbor, she moved, and then I got a new neighbor, and then we became like good friends as well. Like it just all like organically happens. And I think it just like, my takeaway would be, you don't have to be friends with every person you click with. It's not even every person you meet, it's like every person you click with. And you think like, oh my gosh, this is great, like had so much fun, and then it kind of fizzles out, and then you feel like disappointed. But it's like, take it as a sign. They probably weren't supposed to be your friend at all. Like, it's okay. But just kind of like, just definitely keep your eyes peeled with that. Because you just never know where those like friendships will come from. And I was talking to my best friend who moved to California, and she was like, oh, like I ended up, like at first she was like kind of connected with another friend, but it didn't quite like pan out. And then she like ended up meeting someone else. And then it was just like, it just clicked and it worked, and she's like super excited about her. And I'm like, that's just how, that's how it works. Like that's how it pans out. And then, yeah, so like, it's literally, I would just keep it focused on 3 things when it comes to moving. It's like, 1, commit to it. Don't break that promise. Like if that's what you want to do, like whether it's tied to a job, whether it's just something that you plan for, that's what it is. And then commit to it, commit to a date, and then give yourself the space to feel whatever the emotions are in between the time that you're moving until, you know, the time that you said, yes, we're going to do this, until the time that you move, because you're going to go through a roller coaster of emotions, whether it's moving to a different state, whether it's moving halfway across the country or to a different part of the city. Like it all shows up in different ways. 2, it's like minimum of 1 year that you will feel settled, and give yourself grace to just like give yourself that year to like really put your roots down, do what you got to do, and it's going to be a year until you feel settled. And 3, friendships will come, but you do not have to be friends with every person you click with. It will happen organically. Keep your eyes peeled, keep your eyes open, and find those people that will, and you will find those people that will be in your life, and also remove people from your life if they're not serving you, because the last thing you want to do is be in this new place, in this new beginning, and then you are dragging in toxic people that don't actually want to be your friend or are not about you. Like, you don't need that. You don't. It's okay. It's better to be by yourself, like, believe me, and find things to do, like go on a walk or do like other stuff like that, like by yourself. So, yeah, I think that covers just that little portion of it. Yeah, I'm like so excited for this walk. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty outside. I can't wait to go get coffee and like peruse. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish getting ready. Obviously, I'm not wearing just a tank top out in 30-degree weather, but I'm gonna finish getting ready and then show you my outfit, and then we can head out. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are about those like 3 things, or if there's anything that you want to add. Share your thoughts. To me, those 3 points really helped me with this move from Austin to Brooklyn. So anyway, I'll see you in a sec. I, just like every New Yorker, is extremely excited to finally see the sun this weekend. And so I'm going on a walk. I haven't gone on a walk in a long time. And so super excited about this. Gonna go get coffee and just walk around downtown Brooklyn. Very much athleisure moment here. I got a new crossbody bag from Lululemon. My favorite color is yellow, and I just couldn't pass up on that. Just a black long sleeve like workout top that I got from Target. And then these like warm fleece lined leggings, because it's still cold. It's still like 30 something degrees. My favorite coat right now from ASOS, and then my little Uggs and my hat. So excited to be out in the sunshine. Bye. Oh my gosh, this is the look. I didn't even say that. Bye. All right, so I totally left the house and did not even show you my outfit. I'll probably just post a TikTok in this video to show you what I'm wearing, but got the coffee, we're walking. Yeah, it's good so far.
There's a billion clouds.